Hello, citizens. Welcome to Shitty Movie Showdown episode 1. Remix, I guess we'll call it. I think it's officially an LIW Plus episode because you'll see it's a strange little thing I did. So just full disclosure, this is what happened. So February 3rd of 2019, a couple days ago for me. I don't know when you're watching this, but we did podcasts all night. Me and Frank Links, we did the podcast episode 45, where we got into really heavy subjects for the first time in the history of LIW. We started talking about suicide prevention. We started saying, if you're really debating this or struggling with this, just reach out to us. We're here for you. Had a really meaningful night of podcasting for the first time ever. And it was kind of weighed heavy on us because we got a little personal on the podcast. So we drank a lot and smoked a lot and did a lot of things. And then went to bed that night pretty fucked up. And then feeling good about myself, though, in a weird way. And people have reached out to me, and fucking keep it up, guys. LordKingWonderland@gmail.com. Speaking of that email, a few short hours later, I awoke in a drunken slur to find an email where I was like, oh, the fuck? That was a slur. And I found this email from a guy from that quality video company. I think they're still around. But the point is, they must be, because they have a lawyer. So he emailed me saying I have to take down Shitty Movie Showdown episode 1 because I show scenes from his precious movie, the one that cannot be named. Yeah, I can't say the name of the movie because I'm so terrified. So I'm just not even going to say the name of the movie. I'm just going to avoid it at all costs. So that's the point of this episode: is I don't say the name of the movie. I refuse to show any scene from the movie. I'm not going to give it any praise. We're going to talk about the movie, but every time we cut to the actual scenes or clips from the movie, you're going to hear my commentary over it, so you don't hear anything from this precious movie, and you're going to see instead of the images. So I'm going to black out his email address if it's on there. I haven't looked to see if it's on there yet, but you won't see as that because I don't want to get another fucking email from this guy threatening to call the YouTube police on me and to avoid further litigation or whatever for my movie review on shitty movies, which it is a movie review. And sir, it is a shitty movie because it has 27% in Rotten Tomatoes and 52% or 55.2 on IMDb. The people have spoken. It's not slander when the people have spoken and said, yes, your movie's shitty. It's a shitty movie by definition, by scored. It's been scored as a shitty movie. I'm sorry, that's just a fact at this point. I have more going for me saying it's not slander than you do saying it is slander, trying to ruin your good name. I don't know who you are. I don't care. The movie's not very good. It's not. I'm allowed to fucking say that. It's not slander. I'm not trying to ruin or tarnish your name. It's a shitty movie. I'm sorry that you're so proud of it, apparently, but it didn't work out. So here's Puppetmaster X, Axis Rising versus lawsuit, versus copyright infringement. Oh, let me say one last thing. Episode was recorded, oh God, on July 15th of 2016. Debuted on YouTube August 1st of 2016. The episode is by no means an amazing episode. One of the microphones didn't work for Brent. I talk over him because I didn't know how to co-host at all yet. I apologize for that. I was a lot fatter. I was going through my knee things and I had a lot of back problems and just all fucked up in general. So I'm a chunky monkey. Brent's awesome. He put up with me. I appreciate you. I love you, man. But I will say this. It took them until February 3rd of 2019 to send me an email to say, hey, we just saw your videos up there. It came to my attention. Can you take down that movie? Just shy of 3 years. Things move slow on the front, apparently. So without further ado, I'm Alpha. Let's get over into the episode for Shitty Movie Showdown episode 1, Puppetmaster X, Axis Rising versus copyright infringement. Enjoy.
America, a decent place to live, inhabited with some intensely stupid citizens. Citizens we call Americans. Someone needs to educate these people, help these people, and if you American't or don't Amerijuana, then through the amazing superpower of common sense, Phoenix West Amera will.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to Americant. I'm Phoenix West.
And I'm Brent Puccio.
Look, it's 2016. We have 4K TVs, smartphones. Wi-Fi gives us non-stop connectivity to the modern age.
And with all this technology at our fingertips, that begs the question.
Who the fuck could possibly be entertained by puppet shows? How are these still a thing that's around? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Who's entertained by puppets?
I don't know.
I just.
What was that?
What the fuck is that? Oh, what the fuck, man?
Shut up and turn around.
This is a closed set, man.
Shut the fuck up and turn around.
Who the fuck are you? Oh, it's bleeding. Everyone's bleeding. I'm bleeding though.
Let it bleed.
Okay.
Goddamn hands behind your back.
Okay.
Okay. How you doing? Oh,
Are you Brent?
no, nope, not that guy. No.
Are you Phoenix?
No.
Are you Phoenix?
You got it. Yep.
Are you Brent?
There you go. You figured it out.
Listen to me.
Oh, fuck.
I have been hired to collect you. And you're gonna be coming with me.
Collect us like aliens?
What? It's not fuck.
Why me again, man? He
Shut
said
the
it.
fuck up. Don't ask any more questions.
Okay.
You guys are going to be getting into my car. You're gonna go for a little ride. Do you understand me?
I mean,
Understand me?
I know what rides are. Yeah.
All right, now listen to me. I'm going to step behind you. You're going to walk out that front door to the car, and you will wait until I open the door and let you in. Let's go.
Or what? God damn.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Say goodbye to our loved ones.
I have no loved ones.
All right. What the fuck?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Stop at the car.
Stop. What car? This one?
Just
Stop.
okay.
All right, we're
okay.
stopped. Is that necessary?
It is absolutely necessary. Stop fucking asking questions.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
Wait.
Go.
Am I,
What was that?
I don't know what's going on.
Why are there grocery bags?
Get in.
Okay.
I can't see.
Get in. Put your head down. Don't fucking move.
We're gonna die.
I'm scared, Phoenix. Oh.
God damn it, I said shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Where are we going?
I surely have a concussion. Why do you hit me so many times?
It isn't far.
I can't breathe.
Okay. I'm gonna take a little nap. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jesus. It's so bright in here.
Come on.
Why are we in the living room and why are all the windows blacked out?
I have no idea what's happening right now. I just want to lie down.
We don't have time for that.
Why not?
We have to get to work.
Work?
Work. I don't like work.
Sit down.
Oh, I like sitting down now. Thank you. Oh, he's brown. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I thought he was just tan.
Yeah, the arms are a giveaway, I guess.
Makes sense.
He's got a remote. Oh, God.
Okay.
Puppetmaster X. Oh, God.
Work.
What's happening right now?
I have no idea what's going on.
What?
See that camera right there?
Do now, yeah.
Yeah. It sees and watches everything that you guys do.
Everything?
Everything. I was hired by them to bring you to this room so that you could work for them.
Okay.
What do we have to do? Oh,
Ooh, this is like top secret stuff here. It's like CIA.
sounds promising.
You with the CIA? He's not gonna answer, is he?
You belong to us now.
Yeah, fuck.
If you want to address us directly, talk to the security cameras. We will not respond directly. The person that brought you here represents us. They will respond to you on our behalf when we return. This person will not always be the same person. You belong to us now. You will live in this house. You may not leave this house. Your task is an important task. The fate of the world rests on you completing this task.
Got my interest.
Ooh, sounds promising. You will watch 2 movies at a time at random without notice. You will then debate which movie was more painful to experience?
God damn it.
Your mission is to find the most painful movie ever made. Refusal to obey will result in loss of oxygen in the room?
Of course it will.
You belong to us now.
Oh, nice. Does it say on the back if we belong to them or not? I was quite clear on that.
No, the back's blank.
Okay. So we just watched 2 bad movies for Big Brother here. Is this really happening, or am I hallucinating from the concussion I have? Oh, he's got a gun. Okay. Here's this guy again. And not as intimidating as that, but...
Just start watching.
So we just compare 2 bad movies? What is this, some sort of...
Shitty movie showdown! Shitty movie showdown! Shitty movie showdown!
Do you not hear this?
Shitty movie showdown.
Oh, God, he knows it.
Spanish.
No hablo español.
So what are we supposed to do?
I guess we gotta watch these movies.
Fucking puppets?
Master of Puppets. No,
Master.
that's not...
Is that a Metallica thing? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, there's full fridge though. That's pretty good.
That was nice of them.
Yeah, it's a nice house.
All right. Really don't know what to expect here. So, Puppetmaster X, Axis Rising, a movie about puppets who are alive that help these 2 Americans kill Nazis. Even though these dolls have no strings attached to them, I guess we'll just still call them puppets. There's an old scientist, a big old titty blonde Nazi, and a dog-faced soldier who has eyes so close together they're almost touching. The Nazis want to reanimate the dead, and are using these puppets and their magic to try to make this a reality and start an army. This does not happen, but the scientist does make some bitchin' racist puppets, but they fail and the good guys win. I did not see that coming.
Would you say his eyes are so close together they bring the Axis and Allied armies together? The note says we have to compare these 2 movies and then see which one's worse? Better?
Worst at being better or better at being worse?
I think it said which one's more painful. So, let's discuss the first movie.
Okay.
Puppetmaster X. Which is just like a big warning sign right out the gate before you even get into the plot of the movie.
It's like, do not enter.
Yeah, it's one of 3 X's that you're on your way to a terrible town.
Yeah.
And that meaning it's in Germany?
It
USA?
didn't explain
China?
the entire movie.
Japan?
Yeah. Most movies have that little thing at the bottom that tells you exactly where
a
you
little
are.
script.
This
Nothing.
one did not. Like, it showed Chinatown, I'm assuming. Okay.
Is this supposed to be Chinatown?
I'm assuming Chinatown through a puppet's eyes.
Is that why everything's fake?
Yeah, that, like her hair.
First of all,
Yeah.
Puppetmaster,
Yeah.
10. You think by the 10th one, I'm doing the X,
Yeah.
they would have figured out what the fuck puppets were.
Yeah.
Marionettes,
Yeah. This,
something,
nothing.
puppets, puppetry, a puppeteer. Has the strings, right? Marionettes. Those are puppets.
These puppets have
These were dolls.
none of that.
No, not a solitary
0.
string in this fucking movie. I had the mixture of a guy just doing this with a doll from behind the camera, like blocking the camera, like, oh, here he is looking at him. Here's Blade. Oh, and look this little fucking puppet that he's doing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or they had. Remember the one in the beginning with the Japanese lady came out of the corner and Blade goes.
Oh yeah, he was just creeping. Just creeping with his
It's like some hand back
blade,
here.
Yeah. I don't think that's real.
Oh, we got a pervert. I mentioned this during the movie. I'm like, I cannot follow the timeline because in the first movie, it's just a guy who made puppets. He's old.
Yeah.
He had puppets. He died in the movie. And then he dies at the beginning of the movie, kills himself as the Nazis are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the puppets are passed on in the wall of this hotel to his whoever buys the hotel after that. Okay, that's fine. The first movie, terrible, but whatever. Second movie goes, no. He's got like like an Invisible Man mask. He's got like his face all from these burns. He is like this weird hermit guy. He sounds like Bane.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the puppets, yes. But then they went, oh, no.
Yikes.
Remember how he said he killed himself in the 20s in Hollywood?
Yeah.
He shot himself in the hotel? No. Now he dies in Germany in the war.
It did make.
And now he's doing, I'm like, no, that never happened. Now he moves on and he makes Leech Woman out of his wife. He makes Blade out of his SS officer. He makes this guy to this guy. And I'm like, fucking every movie has a new plot.
Didn't have mics on them a lot of the time, too. Like, their voices were just quiet. Like, I think all the men had mics.
The men had mics.
It was the women who didn't.
I think it was a shy sound department guy who's like, I don't want to put mics on titties.
Yeah.
So I was like, or just an effeminate one where he's like, I don't want to get near that. I'll mic you up, sir.
Yeah, you're loud enough, woman. You don't need
a misogynist.
You don't need a mic.
You don't need to be heard anymore. Fuck you.
There's no way that we can get Tumblr back now.
We get the actress a mic.
We can't take on the Nazis and the Japanese all by ourselves.
Yeah, she's really echoed.
I guess they'll have to take the puppets with us.
What are we gonna tell them?
It starts off with an Asian lady getting killed in an alleyway because she has a drill bit dude. The head Nazi guy's like, "Oh, I'll buy it. Yes, I'll buy it from you.
Yeah.
I'm a man of honor." And then shoots her in the fucking face.
Yep.
I'm doing a terrible impression of a German.
I like it.
We have a deal.
I am a man of my word.
My bad.
Of his world? What, a bad Nazi?
Oh no.
God.
Set you free.
I have said
Do
you.
it, of course, as you wish. Then dispose of it.
She's wearing socks with sandals. Maybe she deserved it.
True.
He does look. He looks like Dave Franco.
Oh yeah. All Dave Franco.
Where you're like, James Franco. Oh no, it's Dave. It's Dave Franco. Still good.
Yeah.
Could be better though. It's not even puppetry at this point. It's just a guy holding the bottom of a doll going like this.
Yeah. It was.
Job is here. Oh my goodness. Aren't we all fooled? Here he comes. So then we're introduced randomly to this guy and girl.
Yeah.
Basically Adam Sandler and Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call them. You want to take a stab at this? Because I have no fucking
They
idea.
were just sitting in their bedroom, I'm assuming.
He has a limp.
Yeah, he has a limp. And then all the puppets are there as well. They don't.
Just watching them
Yeah.
go about their lives.
Yeah. Blade comes back in. And,
This is what he does though.
throughout, yeah, he uses his hook to open
Standing
up
there.
the window, and then he had to be carried out. He couldn't make it the rest of the way. That doesn't make any sense to me, but. I've seen it all.
Blade's here. Wesley Snipes. What's up, motherfuckers?
If only. If only.
It was a close-up. It was an insert shot of him opening it with his hook, and then cut to it just a puppet standing there.
I'm gonna go get Tama now. What do you mean? What's the problem?
It's the X, a sign for Nazis. Without any talking at all with the humans and the puppets, he realized that Drillhead has been captured and by Nazis.
Dragon Lady
Yeah,
and Nazis.
Yeah, Dragon Lady, or what did they said? Dragon Lady.
She
was
goes,
Chinese
Dragon
or
Lady. She
something?
goes, no, she's Chinese. She's
yeah,
not.
that's Japanese
or
or something like that. I was like, all
Dragon
right.
Lady's Chinese. She's Japanese.
Not that it mattered.
And by the way,
Oh.
dirty knees.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Yeah. But so then it was their job to find Drillhead and destroy the Nazis, is what I kind of got through it.
I wish they laid it out as simply as that. We
Yeah.
only know that because we watched the whole movie.
The Adam Sandler character
Yeah.
saved the arms from the Nazis. They didn't explain what the arms were. I'm assuming like a gun warehouse or the arms
This movie
of
can be
puppets.
summed up by that sentence, by the
Yeah.
way.
It-
I don't know what it was for, but
Here we are.
here's a scene.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's leading to, but here's this scene.
And then another scene.
Hey, Brent, puppets. Here's this scene.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It felt like you're being attacked by scenes where you're just like, who?
We were basically putting
What?
the movie together like a goddamn puppet.
We were at a point where I was like, are they going to explain to us
What's going on?
what the plot of the movie is?
Yeah.
Because they say the things up front, like, you're the guy who saved this. And he's like, I want to be a soldier then. I'm Adam Sandler. Come on. I'm the water boy. Put me in, coach.
He admitted that it wasn't him, it was the puppets.
It was the puppets who saved the ammunition factory or
Yeah.
the arms factory or the fuck factory. Who knows? So, and he has a limp. And I'm like, you want to be a soldier with a limp? Go ahead and die in World War II. What the fuck do you want?
Enjoy
What does he
a
want?
bullet. He wants death. I guess he wants
I
to
want
die
a
for his
Purple
country.
Heart. If they gave him a Purple Heart and be like, you don't have to serve now, he'd probably be like, all right.
Yeah.
I got something to show off.
Yay.
Some
But
bling on the
we're
wall.
actually going to have to shoot you.
Yeah.
So,
In the other leg.
yeah, well,
You don't get to claim double on the
we're
one
going to
leg.
balance out
Yeah.
the limp with both legs. So,
After that fucking scene, it ends with our favorite character,
dog face.
Pitbull with eyes too close together, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call him.
He's-
We made fun of him a lot during the show,
But he
during the
was-
recording.
He was definitely one of my favorite actors in the entire movie.
He was my favorite to look at.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about his character.
No.
He was in the army
No,
or
yeah.
military.
He was
Military. Generic
he was a
military man.
soldier,
He was.
But,
And he loves his grub made by Toots's.
yeah.
Now that you mention it, I am a lot more domesticated on a full stomach. So what say you hustle them pretty little gams of yours off to the kitchen and rustle us up some grub?
You have got to be kidding me.
She just rolled one eye. You see that? His eyes were. It was like
They were together. And then
put
he'd
two
always
marbles
do-
next to a pencil with a pencil in between, and then
That was his face.
It was.
And his facial expressions, he had like one eyebrow up, but the right side of the opposite side of his mouth would be.
He can only talk out of this.
Yeah.
It's Rob.
Listen,
I'm David Kettner from The Office. I'm Todd Packard. And you're like, what the fuck is he saying at any moment? I have no idea.
I'm sorry about what happened.
Open your fucking eyes. Then they introduced the elderly scientist man, and I feel like we relate to him a lot
Yeah.
because he's just stuck in this lab all day.
Fancy.
Where are we? Are we in
Sir?
Japan or are we in Germany? Or are we in America?
I have no idea.
Are you ready for this?
It's like the Power Rangers.
The Carmen San Diego set? Oh, Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bill Nye's lab.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turning into him. Comically large syringe on the table. It's like, is this a puppet workshop? Oh, it
Maybe.
is.
Wow.
Yep, those are letters. I'll underline that. Oh, slow motion. Oh. What the fuck was that?
That was pointless.
The footage slowed down, right? I didn't imagine that.
Yeah, no, it did.
Okay. Did they pump drugs in here?
Why? Okay. That was. He
This
put
is a
on the
hand.
jacket to draw a line on a chalkboard. Yes.
Was that his day in the lab?
Yeah. It's enough science for one day.
It's a modern lens.
My family.
He's like Sid. Sid is a Nazi. When you watch Toy Story again, it's Sid. He's a Nazi.
But all
Or at
of
least
these-
a Nazi sympathizer,
Yeah.
I assume. I want to know what the lab coat was for. Was
I
it
think
in
it's
case
some-
dangerous chalk smoke poured on him?
I think it just helped him feel.
Like, I can't
Better.
start my day without a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That was his cup of coffee?
Yeah, better about himself.
Okay.
Like, oh man, I'm gonna walk over to this chalkboard, but if I'm wearing a lab coat.
Safety first.
When he was in the lab, big titty blonde Nazi came in, right?
This is when I came to the theory that it was, they would shoot their scenes and be like, here's a Puppetmaster movie. Done with that? Okay. Reset, strike the set, reset it, and go, okay, here's the porno shot. Now suck his dick.
Puppetmaster XXX. That's what
Very
it is.
different movie. I'm a Nazi. Fucking like triple D's. Just these ridiculous
with a whip.
titties. And she had like the button up shirt you could see through, and I was like, just show her tits. Just show her tits at this point. There's not a single titty in this movie.
No, I was disappointed.
Rated R.
No
The
titties.
original movies couple have titties.
Yeah,
So why doesn't this 10th one
Yeah.
have titties? It
The
should have
more-
10 times the amount of titties.
I would agree with
10
that.
times.
10 times.
10 times. Titty.
Yeah. Missing an eye with something. Oh.
I didn't order a prostitute. The puppets aren't in the movie for a good 45 minutes.
Yeah, for being Puppetmaster, it was
Yes.
not that many puppets.
They come into the movie in this big fight sequence between the Nazis and the good guys, and they're setting up a whole Allied Axis thing. Okay, I get it. We all played Risk as a kid. There's also a whole sub scene with zombies, and they try to make zombies out of the bodies,
Yeah, I think
and
that
that doesn't work, so they move on. Blade, Pinhead, Jester, Leech Woman, and they don't have security yet at this point. And then the bad guys have the Nazi woman gets killed by her boss, the guy who wants to replace Hitler. Then they bring in, so she's a puppet, and then they got Blitzkrieg,
Yeah, Blitzkrieg, which is like
who has a
Nazi
tank,
Yeah.
and he's got the arms that don't move at the same speed, and then he's got
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze, who I could not handle as a character. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't stop laughing the entire time they showed him.
Extremely racist.
It was so fucking racist. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
He was literally yellow, like he was jaundiced. He was so fucking yellow, and he had these big buck teeth.
The teeth. He had the timer on him. The dynamite on his back. Little button.
So then they all meet up. There's a shootout, kind of.
Yeah.
The humans are immediately evacuated so they can get all these complex puppet shots out of the way. But they're fighting, and then Kamikaze runs in, and he's like watching everybody, and then the Kamikaze guy goes boop, and you're like, oh shit, some shit's about to go down. And then it's like cuts to the humans, and she's like, thank God you got me out of there.
Yeah.
And I was like, were we in a fucking war?
Nothing happened.
Speak English. Oh, fuck.
Nice to meet you.
The fuck are you? You know what? He's racist, but he's not gonna last that long.
Yeah.
It's in his name.
Kamikaze. Oh. That's new.
Whoa, what to do? Whoa. You know what's sad? I know they all live because this is a prequel. There's nothing to, nothing at stake here. And it's all quiet.
Where'd they all go?
Fuck happened in here?
You and your little friends.
Trends? What the fuck happened?
Where did they go?
Where'd all the bad guys go?
Movie.
You seen World War II?
Yeah.
That's what happens.
The Americans prevail and the
Oh,
Nazis get killed. They had a werewolf. We totally forgot the werewolf.
How did we forget the werewolf? You know why? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why would we think about the werewolf?
Any sense.
They had a werewolf. By the way, this movie contains a werewolf puppet.
Yeah. In a Nazi uniform.
Yes.
That's-
Nazi uniforms which consist of a Velcro Nazi band.
Yeah.
We've mentioned our lead characters one time.
Yeah.
That's literally all we mentioned them.
It.
So both the lead characters are on screen most of the movie. The puppets are on screen almost none of the movie. And that's all we've mentioned.
Yeah.
Even if you consider the old Nazi guy, Master, he just gets away at the end and he just walks away.
Yeah. With a syringe or vial.
Yeah, they're like, we'll let him go. He's a young couple, who I'm assuming are brother and sister, and they're fucking. I have to assume that. They don't say they're not. So the end of this movie is just the couple lets the old Nazi guy go, the old scientist, and then he's like, I get a syringe. I'm evil. And you're like, okay, what the fuck was that? Well, did it not feel like that?
No.
Where he's like, it might as well do like a dun. Yeah. If this were a Hollywood remake, he'd be Christoph Waltz.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, shit.
Maybe he did.
So, lesson learned, don't let any old people live.
That's
He
how
was the
there's
worst
another
one of them all. Really, if you comes down to it.
Credits. Rent credits. The credits were probably one of the cooler parts.
Credits were amazing.
Yeah,
This movie had great credits.
Is that it? Oh. Was this the cast of Rent?
This is the Rent font. I like Rent, though. This is not Rent.
No.
This is I can't pay the rent.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The puppets are going to come up one by one. The credits are cooler than anything.
Yeah, like that. That is
This
actually
cool
well
looking.
done.
This is so cool looking. It's cheap as fuck, but it looks cool. It's stylized.
Yeah.
Who does alphabetically first names?
True.
Then Bob. Bob's at the very end.
Because they forgot him and they got,
That's
and he got
what I just
pissed.
realized.
He got pissed.
They forgot Bob and went, oh, fuck.
We already
can't redo it.
alphabetized this though.
All 4 of those people. Hold on. Those 4 people are like, my name's on screen with a giant swastika. Thank you, Full Moon. And before that, I had Corey Feldman.
Oh.
And he plays an old man. And he's like, Can you guys show some of it right now?
Yeah. Let's do that.
She thought I was sexy.
Yeah, until you started playing with your dolly.
I wasn't playing with
Corey
my
Feldman.
dolly.
Terrible movie.
Puppetmaster 10, I would not recommend it.
How does it stack up against
Copyright infringement.
Let's go into that movie.
Oh God, how does it stack up?
Copyright infringement.
They're both awful at editing. You guys aren't really giving us a lot of instructions here. Like, I understand we're supposed to watch the movies, but you said if we needed you to talk to the camera, like nobody's. I hear people.
There's definitely people in the other rooms, right?
Yeah,
When I got my other drink, I couldn't go in the rooms, but I heard the people in there.
It sounded like they were watching the same things we were. So, those poor bastards.
Poor souls. There's a little table over here. I think it says to discuss them after. I think that's where we're supposed to go.
All right.
So let's do that. Let's watch this.
All right.
We got a logo here for the company that I can't mention. It's popping up on the screen right now. And I don't say anything nice about them. Let's just say that. And oh God, it's crazy intense music. And I mentioned it has more enthusiasm than the previous movie all combined. And we got the director's name. And we got the title of the movie, which I can't see. Oh God. And then the thing pops up with a name.
Down syndrome Matt Damon teams up with a dollar store model to take down notorious British drunk. During the movie, he battles countless Italian foes and Oliver Reed, but his biggest foe is the editor. The editor is an unforgiving villain that leaves scenes completely unrelated for the sake of moving the plot along. Will derpy Matt Damon find love? Will he complete his mission of killing Oliver Reed, I guess? Why did he leave him alive? 90 whole minutes and he was...
Copyright infringement.
But he didn't.
No, he did not.
He didn't kill. He didn't do the one thing he was hired to do.
The one thing we watched an hour and a half for. I don't know. I wish I could get paid to edit a movie. And
This show is going to be better edited than that entire movie.
Yeah.
Which I almost don't blame the editor at that point. I think he did what he could with what he had.
With the footage yet?
The directing was so bad. Because look at the acting. You got to look at everything as a combination.
As a whole.
The acting, the sound, and you go, that director had no fucking idea what he was doing. So therefore, it's probably the editor going, it's all I got. I have nothing to cut to, so I'll cut to the next scene.
All right, we got a blonde lady here. She's wearing a stupid sweater while Down syndrome Matt Damon stares away from her. And I say he's Peter Dinklage mixed with Matt Damon. And just picture that in your head, because I can't show him because of this fucking lawsuit. So here we go. Yep. They just cut away awkwardly.
Where do you want to begin?
I don't.
But the name of the movie is...
Copyright infringement. Copyright infringement.
Which sounds exactly like the Steven Seagal movie, Hard to Kill.
Yes. And...
Speaking of hard, it's hard to remember that it's...
Copyright infringement.
Yeah. It's hard to remember a lot from this movie.
It's also hard to not get an erection during this movie. So it's hard not to stay hard.
Yes. There's models. Yes.
Fuck this movie. His whole mission is he's supposed to kill Oliver Reed.
Yeah.
Right? And rescue this scientist guy who looks like Santa.
He had one job. Like he was...
Copyright infringement.
So you think that would be what would happen in this movie?
He does the McDonald's version of...
Copyright infringement.
Like, extra pickles. Oh, this has no pickles. You didn't do it. You had to kill this guy. You didn't do it. You fucked up. You didn't...
Copyright infringement.
You didn't kill.
Yeah, you had...
You fired to kill.
One job.
It's made in 1990, but it's probably made in the 80s. It definitely is piggybacking on the 80s themes. It was nonstop machine gun fire the last half hour.
Yeah.
It was bikinis. It was the close-ups of... How many camel toe close-ups could we get?
A lot.
Oh my god.
The aerobics.
It had the aerobics. The tight, like the leotards. It had the fucking... I can't do it.
Music, yeah,
But
I know.
I'm terrible. I'm tone deaf. So I can never replicate music. But it had the synthesized bullshit music. And it had the... and it had the machine guns, like I said. Had the muscle dude, like Schwarzenegger or Stallone. It had everything, except a plot.
Yeah.
Except a comprehensible plot that laid itself out and then went, here you go, audience. This movie was a failed James Bond movie. We got a telephone here. It's ringing. We see Down syndrome Matt Damon in bed with a gun, and he just pulls it over and shoots blindly. He's not even looking at it. He just shoots the fucking gun. And then, yes, there's a curtain there, and some guy in sunglasses walks in. Yep. That's it. It felt like the Connery Bonds, where it picks up where his last adventure left off, but they don't show the last adventure.
Yeah.
It wasn't the last movie. It was just whatever the fuck he was doing.
But this one just didn't.
Like his
show
dick
it.
just dried from the woman before. That's what it felt like, did it not?
Yeah.
He's in a bed naked.
This one didn't show anything though. Like it just hopped randomly scene to scene. Yeah.
And he's like, he wants you. And then suddenly you're in a conversation with him and his boss. We got George, whatever his name is. The Down syndrome Matt Damon just said the word faggot. That was something. They're having a weird conversation. He opens a door, lets some blonde lady models in. And then Down syndrome Matt Damon stares at him. The two blonde ladies are talking to him. Down syndrome Matt Damon stands up. It's very exciting. He walks around the women. I called him Splat Damon in the video just now. He is something. Go look up pictures of him because I can't show it, apparently. Down syndrome Matt Damon is pretending to act. And then suddenly he's in the guy's face, like right up to him, really close up. He's just like right in the guy's face, a close talker. It's really fucking bizarre. Stares at him like a psychopath with his green eyes. And he's just like, oh, everything in his face is just like blown out, like his lips are going to explode. His eyes are popping out of his face. Oh, man, it's just intense. And then it cuts to a Jeep. I remember about 25 minutes into this movie, I went, whoa. They had an establishing shot of a building, down to the table where they're all eating, and pushes in on Oliver Reed, who has dialogue. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, that was good. That was a really good shot. And I was like, did the director show up, or was this a B-roll? All right, we got a mansion here, and the camera pans down. This is a really nice shot. I mentioned how much I like the shot. Goes down to a dinner scene outside. They're kind of like in a courtyard with some flowers, and the camera pans in, and it's cranes in, actually. And it goes up to the table, and we see Splat Damon down here eating with Oliver Reed, who looks drunk out of his fucking mind, and dialogue starts. It's intense. It's a good shot. I appreciate this shot. That's all I had.
Or on the Jeep, just it looked like he was on the
God.
back of a Jeep.
Well, there's two Jeeps behind them, and you can tell they're just on a third Jeep.
Yeah.
And it's just...
It was just so bad.
It was, yeah. Before they had the Steadicam thing.
Yeah.
Or stabilizing footage. Before they had any of that shit. Well, we got a Jeep. Two Jeeps here. We got the first Jeep is Splat Damon's driving it. They're pure white Jeeps. The cameraman's going insane. You can tell he's just in a third Jeep. We just can't see. He's just in the front. The camera's going insane. There's tire marks all over the grass. Peter Dinklage, Matt Damon, has supermodels at his disposal, right?
He knew where they all were.
He knew where some of them were. Then he also did like a Charlie's Angel roundup.
Yeah.
Like recruitment scene.
It took
Like
us
Ocean's
about
11.
3 or 4 girls before we realized he was recruiting them.
Because the one he walks in on looked like the end of Taken, where the girl's just in a bed getting fucked, did it not? And he goes, grab her. I was like, what the fuck's happening? All right, we got a boat pulling up. There's a girl who looks like she was out of the movie Taken, standing there like shivering, covered in a dirty-ass SARS blanket. There's a guy who looks like a doctor, but he's not dressed like a doctor. He's wearing like track pants. And Splat Damon stands there awkwardly dressed like 1990 all over the place. Girl groans. And then the next one, he grabs her and he goes, I need you. Do you want a mission? I'm like, oh, we could have said that in the previous one, because I thought you were just raping women. And then all of a sudden they're training, and they're doing like runway, like...
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck's happening? They're doing this fashion runway thing with like training, jiu-jitsu, and then while they're
training and fashioning,
so they're doing and again, that would be fine if they were two separate things and they're showing them as a montage, doing this, you know, as far as editing goes, overlapping.
But they didn't.
But this movie went overlapping. We're going to meet our villain.
Yep.
We're like, what the fuck's the villain? It's 26 minutes into this movie. Why is the fucking villain right there? Yeah. He's just like watching him. Yeah, he does a clap.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
He might as well have been a mustache twirling villain.
Well, we got Splat Damon is in the row full of models. They're all standing there bowing at him. Oliver Reed standing there in smoke, just smoke pouring in front of him. He claps slowly. Splat Damon walks over to a spotlight, turns it on Oliver Reed to reveal Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed covers his head and stares at him. He just leaves a fucking 100K light on him, just like the fucking sun.
Right.
And he's just sitting there watching him. And we're like, why the fuck aren't... Stab him. Stab him more. Oh, there you go. Oh, got him. He's drinking water. Didn't even notice. The end. Credits.
That could have been...
Episode of Charlie's Angels.
And then it would have actually been true to the title of the movie.
He was
copyright infringement.
This guy, and he killed him. Why don't they just kill Oliver Reed? They're around their target constantly.
Yeah, over half of the movie is him literally sitting right next to the guy.
It's like if I were hired to kill Brent, and then you handed me a gun right here, and then you didn't give him a gun.
Yeah.
Like, just did not give him a weapon at all, and then let him know I was going to kill him. Didn't it seem like he was aware?
Yeah, he knew what was happening.
Like, what's this gun? No, I'll set that there. Yeah, what's going on with you? Like, no fucking, no follow through.
My wife, or whoever the fuck I am.
Would you like to have her, and then I get jealous over it later? I've seen home movies with more coherent editing.
All right, we got a too tight, large things of buildings, like a narrow passageway between them, like a little alleyway. Cars driving down suddenly, driving very quickly down this alleyway. It hits a box. The camera cuts outside the car. Another car calls up from the other direction. I think it's blue. And then two guys get out of that fucking car in sunglasses. Everyone has goddamn sunglasses in this fucking movie. They get out. They're walking around, and they both appear to this fucking house. They walk up there. A guy comes out on the balcony. The guys down below pull a gun. The guy gets shot. He falls around, and he falls down onto the ground. The guy does not react at all, like he's fucking blind. That shot him. This guy's covered in blood. There's a newspaper next to him. He's not wearing any shoes. They start dragging the body away, and you don't know what the fuck's happening. None of these scenes relate to each other. It's not cohesive at all. A woman runs out screaming. The guy hits her with a barrel of a gun. The butt of the gun, I should say. She gets dragged away as well over the blood. Cuts to the magazine or the newspaper and just zooms in on it. Cecil Thornton, famous designer, arrives in Cypra. And then it cuts to the fashion show that we've previously seen.
I thought we were going to have like a laugh riot.
Yeah. Oh, we were
the first half hour we did. Yeah. We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was humorous, and then it just...
You guys lied to us. Oh God, oh God, oh God. No. There we go. We're good. Yeah. Because you didn't land. You didn't kill the guy.
Either did the helicopter guy.
God.
Speaking of landing, the best helicopter pilot was in this movie.
Can you guys show the entire scene?
All right, so the helicopter's flying around. Oliver Reed hides behind the building. Helicopter's swirling in the air like 12 feet above the air. Some guys coming out with the Uzis from the shrubs. They're pointing at something. We don't ever find out what they're pointing at. A guy in a black suit, black tracksuit, is shooting a machine gun. The helicopter pilot's still swerving around for no apparent reason. Some random guy gets shot. Woman stands up with a machine gun, shoots two guys. It looks like they're in the fucking Indiana Jones or Temple of Doom set. And then some guys firing at the helicopter, I think. I don't know. Everyone's firing, but you don't see what they're firing at. It's just 1,000 fucking people shooting in different directions. Oliver Reed's shooting a pistol at nobody. You don't know who they're shooting at. He's getting shot at. Oh, none of it makes any sense. The guy does a little fucking spinny roll. The guy in the black tracksuit. Someone with the fucking sunglasses shoots two guys in the chest very quickly. She's the only one that could hit anybody in the goddamn movie. The helicopter pilot's still swirling around. Someone gets shot. The guy's doppelganger gets shot. The guy's still twirling around in the black suit. Looks like Nick Cage.
And he gets shot. Nick Cage is down. The helicopter pilot's going insane. Then you see that there's nobody else in the helicopter with him, so why the fuck is he swirling around like a fucking lunatic in there? You have no goddamn idea. Some other guy got shot. Oliver Reed is looking at him. None of the scenes or none of the shots are adding up to a scene. It's just people firing guns in the movie while a helicopter pilot is just swirling around. I just yell, "What the fuck is your problem, dude?" Splat takes off his jacket.
I'm getting the hang of this. No, just kidding.
The only theory I have is the real pilot jumped off as one of those women, and then one of those women took over. It's like, oh, I got it. I'm like, okay, oh. I did a simulator back on Microsoft. It's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a dick.
Like the claw again.
Like the claw. She's sucking it off. Why isn't it going? What happens in the end? Because I don't know.
He handed the Uzi to the chick that was originally with the mustache guy. He was like,
yeah,
you want this kill? And then she fucking shot a circle of bullets around him. Made him dance.
When you name your movie
Copyright infringement,
you need to kill who you're hired to.
Please. I mean...
It would be like if Die Hard, he got killed right away.
Softly.
Yeah, just like in his sleep with a pillow.
Yeah.
He just never fought.
Yeah.
He just never woke up.
That would...
And he had a dream about bunnies and fairies and stuff. And and you're like, oh, that wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, he didn't...
It looks like somebody had sex on these.
Yeah, they were hired to jizz. I don't know.
Did you guys murder somebody on these?
Is that what? And then try to bleach it?
Oh, you see some lights there. If you open that, it's weird. Isn't that weird how you can see some lights in there?
That is very odd. I don't know what's going on behind us.
Splat Damon says the word faggot again. And then it cuts to him kissing Oliver Reed on the mouth because he just said the word faggot. You want to be some faggot designer. And here he is kissing Oliver Reed full on the mouth. Oliver Reed looks disgusted / intrigued. And then he just stares at him. And then I think he offers oral sex to him. And then, Splat Damon does. And then Oliver Reed pulls out a little napkin and wipes off his mouth.
So, which one did you hate worse? Which one was more painful for you to watch? It's going to take the spot for me.
So at least we agree.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Is that good? Is that all right?
Does that pass the test? Follow your rules. Good talk.
Answer us!
What's the deal with puppets? They didn't even have strings.
If they don't have strings, they're not puppets.
Yeah, they're like action figures.
It's just you holding a doll. I was a puppeteer when I was a little kid, apparently. Every little girl's a puppeteer.
I guess so.
Fucking Barbie's a puppet, according to this movie.
Yeah. And this was the 10th time they did this? They haven't fixed the name yet for Puppetmaster?
How do you fuck up 10 consecutive times? That's got to be a record.
It must be.
Yeah, it's atrocious.
I didn't get it. And then there was that Nazi titties, bro.
I have a Nazi fetish.
I do now.
I do, yeah.
Can't watch the History Channel without getting an erection.
Yeah, it's sexy. It's A&E is sexy.
And sexy.
I didn't realize A&E was a porn channel now, but it is for me, yeah.
Yeah, just a little
You
bit.
think they're going to give us that? Like A&E?
Guys.
God, oh.
The fuck? When did he get here?
I didn't even see him walk in.
You've been here the whole time?
Just shut the fuck up.
Because we didn't see...
Ooh, okay.
So mean.
Yeah.
So, which one wins?
Wins?
Yeah, which one was worse?
Worse. Oh, he means which one loses. Okay.
No, I mean which one wins.
How could the winner be the worst?
I'm not getting it, man. What?
You guys already forgot the rules.
Rules?
Rules?
Yeah.
You hit me in the head way too many times with that to remember any rules. To be honest, I barely remember those movies other than Nazi titties.
I don't need... Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you one more time, guys. All right? You watch two films, and you distinguish between the two which one was the worst.
Oh.
When you do that, we'll put it up on the wall for display.
That's what those are for. I was curious.
Oh.
They were like...
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, oh. Okay.
So, which one was shittier?
Shittier? Oh,
Shittier.
that's easier to answer.
Copyright infringement.
It was way shittier. Way
fully
shittier.
agree.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah. Okay. Finally, guys. Finally. So here's how it works.
Copyright infringement.
People will go up there, all right, and the next time you watch a shittier film, if you find a shittier film, it will replace that up there.
What the fuck are we doing that for?
Yeah, this seems like a huge waste of time.
Sorry. You have one job, guys.
Could I have escaped right there?
That job is to find the most painful movie ever. Not the worst, not the most boring, okay? But the type of film that brings a man to his breaking point.
Can you literally break the fourth wall so we can escape, please?
Find the type of film that you'd rather be dead than sit through again. No.
He's gonna send the YouTube police after me. Never underestimate someone who is petty and has all the free time in the world. Not a good idea if you're hoping to avoid this shit, because I don't have an image to upkeep. You have a fancy job. I just don't give a shit. So here we are. This is what it's come to. I should apologize, but you woke me the fuck up with this email and kind of pissed me off after I felt good about myself for trying to help people. So thanks. Enjoy. This is for you.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Dear Mr. West, it has come to our attention here at Riley and Duke that you have a copyright infringement bestowed upon you. In your email, you will find a letter of intent from our office to your person. It is who we represent. That's what the email will be coming from. That being said, in case you do not get the email, we're trying to make sure that all lines of availability to reach your person are achieved, and we thoroughly and utterly respect a response from you in your earliest convenience, of course, Mr. West. Now, let me just read the email for you so you are not caught off guard by our courier should they find you at any point in time. Really, you never know when they might show up. I mean, they are good. It has come to our attention that you, under the pretense of a, quote, movie review, unquote, are using without permission clips from our film, whom we represent, that publishing house, stated earlier, with while the same time you slander and intellectual property, listing it under a, quote, pardon my French, my Christian mother would not very like me to say this, but, quote, a shitty, with a Y, movies, unquote, label. Failure to do so will result in litigation, Mr. West. Now, I know you might not understand the word litigation, although you might have heard it. I highly recommend you brush up on what that word truly means, Mr. West, because it is not a good word for, the, how can I say this, the recipients of such a message. So litigation, Mr. West, is what we are trying to avoid here, because litigation equals money, and I doubt by the quality of your microphone that you have much. So, and especially your co-host, I mean, that man, he's probably negative in most of his accounts, I do declare. So, I don't know. I don't want to go to litigation, Mr. West. I want to settle this out of court. Normally, with my prior experience, out of court settlements benefit the, person in question that we are little guys into. So, finishing this email, I'm sorry for going way off topic earlier. YouTube, etc., etc., etc. Quotes, will be notified of breach of our copyright that you have already infringed upon, Mr. West. I do declare, Mr. West, that you do not infringe on any more copyright. Because I'm an old man, and I do not feel like wasting my time calling such individuals, such as yourself, to let you know how much of a piece of shit you are. Moving on. Excuse me, my dear Christian mother would not like me, would not in any way, shape, or form enjoy that tone of voice. I'm so sorry, mother. Rest in peace. All right. Yes. Breach of copyright, period. Business and legal affairs. Incorporated, Mr. West. That's the end of the message from to one loitering in wonderland at gmail.com, where anybody can get a hold of you. Once again, that is loitering in wonderland at gmail.com. I mean, such shows as LIW, The Twilight Zone Review, another show I have finally become a fan of is the podcast. I just find that show very entertaining, along with your many different. I mean, the Nick Cage cast is, what can I say? It's just untapped gold, waiting for people to laugh the bottoms off. So let me just, and also, your co-host there. He sounds, he's a good guy. He had copyright problems too, and he gave us the middle finger. Literally, the middle finger. He scanned and sent to our office. We still have to deal with him, but the Indie Sports Car podcast and Way Off Topic Radio. We were taking a good deep look in to see what kind of copyright infringements they might have upon them, and judging by the amount of content that he has with you, he will also be getting the same letter if you do not comply within the next 7 to 14 business days, preferably by your own lawyer, Mr. West. So I do declare I am so sorry about the length of this message. So Mr. Phoenix West has been saved a message about the paper message that is going to be saved to you within the next day or two, as long as they find you. They have not been able to find you, preferably because it seems like you not leave your house, or if you do, you're using another exit. They have not found out where you've tunneled out to, which is, well, we're guessing you have a tunnel. Many people in the Phoenix area do, but that's just, I guess, they want to feel at home. So anyway, moving on. I do declare I need to get home. Moira is cooking up some duck stew. I can smell it's almost done. I'm coming. I hope she has that brown rice I love. Anyway, we need that wall built. So, Mr. West, please do not take this loudly. It's a copyright infringement, and I do declare that we're going to have to need you to call us back as soon as possible. Mr. West, I do appreciate your time, and I do hope you do not make something such like a response video or anything like that, because that could only hurt your case. Yes. Hey, if you do, I give my full permission for you to use this voicemail. Why not dig yourself a deeper hole? People like you like to do that for ratings and such. I'm sure it's good. It sounds good at the time, but I assure you it's not. Anyway, do what you're going to do because you're going to do it anyway, Si. And more power to you. LoiteringInWonderland.com, studios, I should say, and loiteringinwonderland@gmail.com, at Phoenix West on Twitter. And all his other 47 podcasts you can find on there as well. Also at reddragonsradio.com for your associate, who I'm sure will be getting in touch with very shortly, because he loves to copyright infringe. I'm told it's almost every show he dares us to come after him. And he said as much. I would give your co-host a heads up that we are coming after him, because yeah, he's the big fish, you're the little fish. You know how it goes. So, again, keeping it at about 10. I'm so sorry, Mr. West, take up your time. Now, I do hope that you get the correspondence and file accordingly. Thank you, sir. This is Jessup James P. Coltrane, Esquire, Jr. signing off. Reach my office at 555-424-2756. Thank you very much, sir.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.